Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and their twin flame connection. Twins, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram or TikTok listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Twins, I hope that you're doing well. If you are here as a cross watcher, welcome. If you are here as somebody who isn't sure what a twin flame connection is, I've included a link to Gabi Kovalenko's full-length explanation of the twin flame dynamic in the description box below. She does such a beautiful and thorough job of explaining it in really specific detail. In a nutshell, the twin flame dynamic describes two people who share the same energetic soul. So essentially one soul in two entities, two bodies. There's often a runner-chaser dynamic. It's a intense connection unlike any other. It's unlike a soulmate. It's unlike a karmic partner. Your twin is somebody who triggers you into essentially being the highest, most evolved version of yourself. They don't do it for you. They just are the catalyst that causes you to enter into a space where you seek to have answers about your own life, seek to heal yourself, look at your traumas, your triggers, your karma, and to enter into spiritual awakening, enlightenment, kundalini awakenings, to discover your spiritual gifts and to use those gifts to help humanity. Essentially, I always say that that's a very tall order, but that's what twin flames are here for. And oftentimes it can be a very harrowing experience to be in separation from your twin. But it's also really, really rewarding if you take the journey. Not everybody takes the journey. You don't have to take the journey of the twin flames if you don't want to, but you can never sever the connection. I am a twin flame in union with my twin after essentially 7 years of separation, 5 years of no contact. My twin and I reunited this year, and there was a lot of healing that had to happen before that could even be a possibility. So I do these readings to help twin flames and to provide community and some guidance from spirit about how to approach it if you should so choose. I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today, twins. The first one is going to be the Liminal Spirits Oracle deck for the base spread, and for the clarifiers, the Artist Decoded Tarot. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and their twin flame connection. The first 2 set of cards will be your energy. The second set will be your twins. The third set will be the connection. And the fourth set will be advice from spirit. Feel free to switch up the energy between what I designate as yours and what I designate as your twins, as twin flames often mirror one another. This is for the water signs, please. For the water signs. Thank you. So base cards are down. Now for the tarot, for clarifiers. Okay. 8 cards down on the table. This is your energy, water signs. You got Oak. Tremendous. This is a tremendous card because the acorns from the oak tree provide well, they're a symbol of prosperity and abundance, that's for sure. Especially with the green represented here, it speaks to the heart chakra. It's actually, Spirit's reminding me of a very pivotal guided meditation that I did at the beginning of my twin flame journey, where I imagined, this was when I was already in separation from my twin, I imagined in my mind's eye through this guided meditation that I was healing my heart and my twin's heart, and everything was so green. The energy was green because we were talking about the heart chakra here, and Spirit is bringing that to my attention. So maybe you have done some twin flame guided meditations. There are a lot of them on YouTube. I know that for sure. But the acorn, it's like from the acorn comes the mighty oak, that it's impossible really to conceive of the fact that this small little acorn, a seed essentially, that if it were to be buried in the ground, and from it bursts forth this monumental force of nature, this beautiful oak that stands so tall and so strong, and Spirit wants to say resilient, obviously describing you. That it's on, Spirit just said humble beginnings. I don't know how that applies to you, but take it as it resonates, that maybe you came from some kind of humble beginnings. Well, that expression, sometimes it often suggests that maybe some people grew up without money, they grew up poor, they grew up without resources of some kind. Or, maybe you had everything provided to you, but it was still humble, that your parents taught you to be, maybe not to make waves, maybe not to stand out too much for some reason or another. And it's interesting that I'm talking about parents. And now my right hand is itching, my palm. When they say that when your palms itch, it's like if your left palm itches that you're going to get money, your right palm itches, it means you're going to spend money. I don't know if that's true. So maybe some of you are, in this place where you started out with humble beginnings, and now you're in this place of prosperity. I certainly hope that for all of you, my fellow water signs. So maybe you're in this place now where, you may be doing well for yourself in whatever respect. Wealth is not just something that revolves around money. It can be amazing health, doors opening, some kind of abundance in opportunities and connections, soul tribe members. Whatever it is, though, I feel as though something started out small and then grew to be this mighty oak. You are a force of nature and resilient. Spirit just keeps repeating that word. So I don't know if you've gone through something recently that tested your constitution, that tested who you are as a human being. That wouldn't surprise me. That is very much in line with the twin flame playbook. It's twins are tested to the limit. They're tested to the limit of identity, their own identity, and how their identity stands in relation to their twin flame. Because essentially it's all about asserting your own autonomy, that there is no separation between you and your twin, and energetically speaking. And so it's kind of like in the physical world, how do you keep from going crazy of wanting to be with your twin all the time? It's when we focus on our own selfhood, our own resilience, and allow ourselves to grow strong and mighty. It's almost like it brings us closer to our twin because we're becoming closer to ourselves. It's clarified here by the Queen of Cups. This is Cancer energy. Cancer, you showed up in your own reading. Absolutely outstanding. Queen of Cups is generous, loving, giving, compassionate, empathetic. Has a cup that overflows with love, and is a person that wants everyone's cup to be full. It's this, right? It's this, I have prosperity now, and now I'm going to share it with the people in my life that I love, with the causes that mean something to me, with the endeavors that are fulfilling and allow me to express myself authentically. This is the Queen of Cups. This is your energy right now. And it's not just about pouring out love to others, it's also about giving back to ourselves. It's this beautiful circuit. Spirit's giving me like this image of circuitry. Like it's this beautiful loop of electricity and energy and reciprocity in love. It's so interesting. These cards are very painterly. And I interpret that bowl right there, the cup, to be filled. I have a bowl, I don't think you can see it, but it's on my dresser. A wooden bowl full of crystals. I have crystals everywhere. And I interpret this as a bowl of crystals. And in my own life, I've collected a lot of crystals, and I've given a lot of crystals away, my own crystals, my own collection. I continue to do that. Every time I feel someone in my life needs one, if I want to give them a gift for a birthday, some kind of celebration or promotion, they're leaving, and I want to give them a parting gift that they can take with them. It's like this. And so there could be a part of you that it's just, you're feeling so overwhelmed with love that you want everyone to kind of, this is another one I have on my desk right here. It's like you want to give them an offering. So it's interesting. This is amethyst. So that amethyst, it's Pisces energy. When I think about amethyst, I think of Pisces. So maybe amethyst is something Spirit is saying, maybe you should hold a little piece of amethyst or wear amethyst. That's just an aside. But it's almost like that. It's like, let me give you a little token of my love, my friendship. So that could look all sorts of ways. Maybe you're just taking somebody out to dinner. Maybe you're giving them a copy of your favorite book. I just saw that very specifically. Maybe you're sending them a song that you think will resonate with them. Because what is that actually doing, right? It's allowing your light to shine in many different ways. And again, what are twin flames really here on earth to do? We're here to raise our own vibration and the vibration of the community and humanity that surrounds us. The more we can show love and compassion to our neighbor, to our friend, to our family member, especially when it's difficult, the more we can show compassion, the better the world will be because it just, people will pay it forward. They're going to remember the love and compassion that you gave to them, and hopefully think of others that may be in need. I mean, it's that big of a deal. That's how important you are, twins. That's literally how important you are, and how broad your influence can be on the world. I'm going to get a clarifier for the Queen of Cups and the Oak. Two cards came out, Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups in reverse. So they're, okay, interesting, because now they're showing me there have been energies in the past with the Knight of Cups in reverse. See, it's almost like, and I never read the Knight of Cups like this, but Spirit is giving it to me very clearly. There was almost like somebody here who took too many cups. They have a whole collection of cups because the card is in reverse. Usually the card in the upright talks about authentic gestures and offers of love. In the reverse, not so authentic. And it's clarified here by the Queen of Swords. That's two queens. This talks about truth-seeking, discernment, prowess, intellectual prowess. So here I am was talking about you wanting to give, but you're not giving willy-nilly. You're not giving to just any old person. Using a lot there, her sword is pointed up, sword of truth. You're using a lot of discernment because what you're not gonna do, water signs, is give all of your beautiful cups to somebody that doesn't deserve it. And that was part of the healing. That was part of your lesson whilst in separation, to not give, perhaps to your own twin, to not give without reciprocity. And it's not a tit for tat thing. It's not like, oh, I give you this, you have to give me this. That's not what we're talking about here. It's like energetic. Could be physical, but I feel like it's more energetic. Over giving love. I certainly did that. And now that I'm in union with my twin, it's not like, it's interesting, and I do not say this lightly because I'm so, and will forever be, and am always forever in love with my twin flame, right? That's never been the issue. The loving him has never been the issue, right? It's loving myself that was the issue. So now, it's not to say that those habits go away completely when you come back into union with your twin. You don't have to be the most perfect version of yourself to come into union with your twin, but you have to be aware and conscious of your behavior and your feelings and your energy. So whenever I feel myself wanting my twin's attention, cleaving to him or whatever, I have to stop myself and I have to say, nope. When you want to just cling on to him all the time, that's when you need to take a step back, because that's triggering for him. And whenever he feels the tendency and fear of somebody clinging on to him, that's when he needs to step forward and embrace it and feel his love for himself in a way where he can accept that somebody loves him, right? So it's different for every twin flame dynamic, but I'm just giving you an example. Spirit wants me to give you that example because that was a revelation I had probably the first month that we started talking again. Just like the things that would trigger me, it's not that they went away, but it's just like I had to breathe. So now, after all this time in separation, did I actually learn something? Did I actually learn coping skills and meditation and self-awareness and up-leveling myself? Did I actually learn those lessons? Here's the test. And so every day, right, it's constantly working on ourselves. And because I can now give someone that I love the space that they require, in return, I feel an acceptance and a love that I never had before from this person, right? So there's an awareness on your part, water signs. You're still you. You're still abundant and loving and generous with your heart, but you're nobody's fool. Your twin has cedar, and I want to point out the kind of wind here. So you could be dealing with an air sign, because this is the first thing that I notice. Yes, I see the trees in the background, but I see this wind. It makes me think of air signs. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It doesn't have to be. Or they could have prominent air sign placements in their chart. The cedars, for me, one, cedar has a smell, right? Because a lot of furniture is made from cedar. It has that beautiful, it's almost like it's like a musky but a sweet smell of cedar. But for me, it's almost like these trees are swaying back and forth. They're like coming, even especially with this one, they're coming to life within the card. They're moving, they're swaying, but they're not breaking. Your twin is trying to figure out how to, within their own element, how to go with the flow. This is what I feel. That could be something that has been difficult for them, because by the same token, I see this rigidness, unwaveringness that might have been part of their past, where they were just like, it's my way or the highway. This is how I like my life. This is how I do things. I don't have room or space, whatever, for what is this twin flame connection, right? But here, it's like I see the twins represented here, right? And yet, why is it that I find myself in running parallel to this person in my life, right? It's like the both of you moving in tandem like this. I don't think that you have any issue with it necessarily, but I think your twin is kind of doing this dance with you, energetically speaking. I see the dance happening. And them getting used to the idea that the wind can push up against me, but it won't break me like I used to think it would. So there's a theme of flexibility. Two of Pentacles in the reverse to clarify that. Two of Pentacles talks about juggling, multitasking, that we can potentially play this game forever. And I wanted to say it just like that. Play this game forever. Thank you, Spirit. And yet, we're not playing it forever. I think your twin is coming to some realizations about the fact that sooner or later, they have to make a decision about the connection, about themselves, and what they're willing to take on. It's almost like maybe your twin was the kind of person that used to pick up a lot of responsibilities. Like they have a lot on their plate, and maybe they felt like they could never put anything down or prioritize anything or prioritize you. And I feel like they're adjusting, and the Spirit just said they're adjusting their sails. Course correction, redirection. Now I see Spirit showing me like a readout. It has a keyboard, and it's almost like they're putting in different coordinates. It's like beep, boop, 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 beep. I don't know. I'm like literally seeing beep, boop, 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 beep. So I don't know if your person does something like with computers or like trajectory systems or something, and it's almost like they're putting in a new trajectory. They're course correcting. I'm using like a lot of aeronautical or nautical terms something having to do with a compass, something about directionality. It's going to be confirmed by the connection energy, but let me get a clarifier. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Your twin is figuring their stuff out and it's working in their favor. And I hope that that doesn't trigger you. I hope that it doesn't. You know why? Because I just felt a fluctuation in my ear. It's like your spirit guides. We want our twin to be successful. We want to be successful. The more successful our twin is, the more successful we will be. The happier we can be for our twin, the happier we can be for ourselves. They are us and we are them. I mean, we're that interconnected. You want your twin to experience a windfall, a reversal of misfortune, something that is falling into place for them right now. It allows them to elevate their vibration, and perhaps so that you can meet each other in that same frequency, because that's what it's all about, alignment. With the connection is the star. Wish fulfillment, healing. The star card in the major arcana of the tarot represents Aquarius energy. So I was alluding to the fact that your twin may be an air sign. They may have Aquarius in strong placements in their birth chart. The star also talks about directionality when we're on the water, the North Star, the guiding light. This feels like a cold landscape, but also inviting at the same time. Like there's a hush over the dynamic. It's not to say that it's quiet, it's just that there's a hush. It's almost like both of you are quieting the mind so that you can listen to Spirit's messages. So maybe you've entered into a practice of meditation. Maybe you've been doing that. Maybe your twin has picked that up. I feel a quietness here, but I also feel like a recognition that it's like the both of you looking up at the same stars, kind of finding your way back to one another. I see that. It's like, because I want to do this, it's like closing the gap. Interesting that, to clarify, you got number 4 of the major arcana, the Emperor, Aries energy. Power of all 4 kings, the divine masculine, the one in control. I say it's interesting that you got it in reverse because it's almost like letting go of some control, allowing Spirit to provide flow, right? I was talking about the trees swaying back and forth. And see, I see the 2 mountaintops here and like meeting in the middle. There's this sense, though, it can be difficult for us to enter into what I now perceive as surrender energy. You know, I'm not going to try to control the outcome of my twin flame connection. I'm just going to let it go. And I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on my healing. I'm going to focus on my goals. I'm going to focus on my manifestations. And I'm going to pray that my twin flame does as well. That they experience happiness and abundance. That they are shown that they're capable of experiencing that. And I'm going to experience it too. And we're going to root for each other, even if it's in the 5D. We're going to root for each other's love and success. We're going to pray for each other. We're going to let go of control. It's really beautiful and really difficult to do. What is your advice from Spirit? clay. This reminds me of like striations. What is it called? Striations? No. What is it called when it's in the land? Striations? The layers of sediment, or the layers of the land. God, Spirit, just give me the word. I can't remember. I want to say it's striations, but I don't know. Layers upon layers upon layers. It's not just the land, because now they're showing me the rings of a tree. What creates the rings? It's the bark, and it's this like building upon the bark, layer after layer after layer. There's something happening here that feels multi-dimensional. Layers upon layers upon layers. Things are so beautifully complex. And what is it that we do with clay? We create. We can use clay to build. We can build homes, structures, but we can also use clay to create artwork, to create pottery, to create vessels. And we are water signs. I'm a water sign too. To create the vessel. Spirit's giving me the word. Spirit's giving me the word amphora, which is very strange and very specific. It's a word that I learned in elementary school when we were studying Greek culture and mythology. I learned about the word amphora. So this could resonate with you. Maybe you're Greek. Maybe you're going to Greece. Maybe you have Greek roots. Maybe you are connected to Greek mythology. Maybe you were just reading about that. I don't know. I don't know why Spirit gave that to me, but Spirit gave that to me very clearly. Amphora. What did they use? An amphora is like a vessel that's probably made out of clay, and they were used to store liquids or food in airtight containers in order to transport, in order to travel. So that's how they could keep things like fruit fresh, because they would put it in these airtight amphoras, and then it's like they would put grapes inside. They would seal off the top with clay and then bake the whole thing so that there was no air that could get through. And so it would keep the fruit good for months and months and months during the winters or what have you. Why this is relevant, I don't know. Maybe there's something airtight, like an airtight case, an airtight something. If you are the water signs and you're carrying these vessels, chalices of water, of the psychic realms, of the love realms, maybe there's part of you that wants to keep it safe, keep it contained, keep it, preserve it. Thank you, Spirit. Preserve it. And Spirit is reinforcing. This is Spirit's advice. They're reinforcing that. Your love is sacred, they just said. Your love is sacred. Preserve it. It's clarified. This is advice from Spirit. 3 of Cups in the reverse. Immediately, it talks about false friends. I don't like the 3 of Cups. This goes against what the tarot says, but I read intuitively, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, but Spirit knows this. I don't like the 3 of Cups cards. I don't like it. It rubs me the wrong way. It doesn't matter what deck I use. I'm like, oh, there's the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is usually a card of celebration, friends coming together, but for some reason it just, and it's so strong that I can't let it go. This is false friends and letting go of false friends, and those cups, whatever's in those cups, just spilling out. Preserving your love for the people that deserve it. Don't lose sight of that. That's your reading, twins. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, twins.